I was at work the other day and I started to feel hungry, like really, really hungry. My stomach was grumbling. Is it grumbling or grumbling? So I told myself when I get home, I'm going to eat this plate that I left, plus another avocado. Because I was hungry, so I wanted to literally make sure that I set myself up for success. So I get home a few minutes later and I put the avo there and I'm eating my plate. So I'm planning to eat the avo after finishing my plate of food. I realized that I'm hungry. I mean, realized that I'm full before I finish the plate. But I've promised myself that I'm going to eat that avocado. So now I'm having to fight this war in my mind of, I can eat the avo now, or I cannot because I'm not hungry. But I promised that I'm going to eat it. So I'm now tied to my promise that I made when I was hungry to eat. But even though now I'm no longer hungry, but I still feel obligated to fulfill the promise to myself. And it's funny how many food promises we make in our lives when we're hungry. Because we think that because we're hungry, suddenly our stomachs are going to have the ability to digest more food. So you make these plans about, I'm going to eat 5 plates today, I'm going to eat this today, because we feel hungry. But then when it's time to eat that food, even though you are full before finishing 1 plate, because you've promised yourself to eat 3 plates, now you feel obligated to finish all those 3 plates. Let me teach you how you can stop doing this in your life, and hopefully it's going to help you to stop binge eating. So first you need to know that there's something called ghrelin. Ghrelin, when you are hungry, it's a hormone that is released by your stomach to signal to your brain that, yep, this guy is hungry, it's time to eat. So your brain sends this hormone, your stomach sends this hormone to your brain, and then your brain signals you that it's time to eat. And the more you don't eat, the hungrier you get, the more the stomach sends this ghrelin hormone to your brain, making you feel even more hungry and more hungry. And the thing is, we think that because our stomach is releasing more ghrelin and we feel more hungry, suddenly our stomachs now have the ability to hold and digest more food because we're hungry, right? So we can eat more. But I believe that's not true. Because it's just a hormone that is telling you you're hungry. Your stomach does not get bigger and larger when you're hungry. No, it's just signaling you that we are hungry. So you still have the ability to eat the same amount of food, you are just more hungry. The problem becomes when we feel that hunger and that ghrelin build up, we start to make promises to ourselves, which is, I'm going to eat this, I'm going to eat that and that. Because it's hard to imagine being full when you're hungry. Same thing where when you are happy, it's hard to imagine being sad. Or it's hard to imagine laughing when you're crying, right? So when we are hungry, we think that we need to eat more food and we can't imagine ourselves being full. So we start to make too many promises to ourselves. And then when we eat, you can literally get full before you finish that plate of food. But you promise yourself you're going to eat 3 plates. So now you start to have this obligation to eat 3 plates. And as a result, you start to binge it. So I'm going to give you one takeaway that you can implement today from this video, and it's going to help you stop binge eating by time. Which is, when you are hungry, do not make food promises or do not make food plans when you're hungry. Because, it's like our brain or our wiring is like, when we make a promise to ourselves, somehow, we are now obligated to fulfill it. So when you tell yourself, I'm going to eat this large meal, now for some reason you're obligated to fulfill it. So start to eat too much. So when you are hungry, do not make promises to yourself. Do not make plans when you're hungry, bro. Don't make plans about food. Same thing when you are highly emotional or highly sad. Do not make plans about your life, bro. You're going to make terrible plans. So what do you actually do when you're hungry then? You simply stick to your plan. If you usually eat 3 times a day and you eat the certain amount of food per day, and you start to feel hungry randomly on another day, do not change your plans. Keep following your plans. And before you eat, drink a cup of water. That hunger might just disappear. And you're going to realize that you can still eat the same amount of food despite how much ghrelin is being released from your body. And when you're ready for me to help you one-on-one, you can click the link in the description and I'll help you. And if you want other strategies to help you overcome binge eating, then you can watch this video right here, and I'm going to see you there.